Mohon out through suspension. He's replaced by Edo Federiancha. Irfan, who's been arguably one of the players of the tournament, gets to start today. He surprisingly did not start in the last game. And Didik Setiawan will be leading the line, as you can see here. They're going with a 4-2-3-1. There was a feeling that they might go with a 5, and Roshan will explain in a short while how they could well set up against Thailand as this match progresses. So, as I mentioned, Pratama Arhan is not available today. Ezra Walian is the striker that sits this out. They have been swapping their strikers around quite a bit, and Ramai Rumakek, the very fast attacker, will have to settle for a place on the bench. We talked about Asnawi on the left. What about this man here on the right? Chanatip Songkrasin, MVP in 2014 and 2016. One of the most recognizable faces in football from the region. And here is the starting lineup for Thailand. Incredibly, there are only 4 survivors from that second leg draw against Vietnam. Tirasin Dangda, the striker, Pitiwat in midfield, Chanatip we just spoke about, and Kritsada in the center of defense. They will go with a 4-3-3. Pitiwat at the bottom of that diamond, Chanatip at the top, feeding Tirasin Dangda and Bordin Pala. And what that means is we have plenty of regulars not available. The big change, of course, many people were talking about another left back who will not be joining us tonight because of a suspension, and that is Tiraton Bunmatan Chachai is out for the tournament. The goalkeeper sustained a serious injury, and he will not be available again. We asked about Manuel Beer and Patompon as to why they were not available, and we were not given an answer to that one. Yeah. They're not available on the bench either. So there is Mano Polking along with Shin Taeyong. On the bench, I should also add Sarat Yuyan, Titipan and Narubadin. So its changes are plenty, Roshan, more than perhaps many would have thought. But yeah, it is the first leg.
Yeah, I was quite surprised actually when the Thailand lineup came out, but I guess I shouldn't be, because Mano Polking has spoken about using his squad and about having faith in each and every member of that squad. And we've seen throughout this competition, he's not been afraid to make those changes. A couple of them enforced, especially at left back with Tristan Doe coming into that position, but Roller as well at right back. So what it does is it gives them a lot of more energy, those fresh legs into the side. So I'll be interested to see how they sort of repay his faith here.
Yeah, he's not only just given them effectively a dead rubber against Singapore, but he's also given them some time in the final over 2 legs, which is great from him. And there's a roar from the crowd as we have the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020 final get underway. And Roshan, take us through perhaps how Indonesia will set up. They're going with a 4-2-3-1, but you feel that that's an opportunity for Devanga, or Alfreandra Devanga, to slip back if he needs to?
Well, they have that option, right, with Alfreandra, who can drop into that back line if they need to go into a back 3 at any point in this game. They've also got Rahmat Irianto who can do that.
Here's Bordin Pala. It's a good run into the penalty area. They've almost bundled it in through Supator. What a start that could have been for Thailand.
Well, it would have been a real nightmare for Indonesia. Fakhrudin just falling over. Bordin with far too much pace and power here. Lovely first touch in behind, and then you think Fakhrudin's favourite to that. But Nadeo, excellent once again with that double save. But yeah, just going back to, as you see this chance once more, I think it's come off the hand of Superchop. With that formation. So you can have Rahmat Irianto as well, just dropping into that back line if you need to. But I think this 4-2-3-1 worked for them, because it allows Ricky Kambuaya to have sort of that license to roam.
Here's Philip Roller. Chanatip! Oh, what a start this has been! Thailand in the lead with a scorcher from their skipper.
What a start for Thailand. They're on it. They are on it. Wonderful finish from Chanatip as well. It's on the edge of the area. He just peels away from Alfeandra, who has to go and help his defense out. No protection from the midfield there. They get drawn all over the place. You can see Rakman Irianto leaves his midfield position, his central midfield position, gets dragged out, and so does Alfeandra. The number 13 goes out to try and stop Philip Roller. And then Alfeandra, as Roller beats 2-3 players in there, draws those defenders towards him, and then that creates a space for Chanatip to go and power that home. What a finish.
Fantastic goal from Chanatip Songkrasin, who's now got 3. Remember, he scored 2 in the first leg semi-final against Vietnam, and they just have not allowed Indonesia to settle at all. Philip Roller helping to win that ball. Perseverance from him on that right-hand side. And it is very, very impressive here from the Thais. Indonesia now trailing by a goal early on. A nightmare start for them.
A great start for Thailand, and I think we expected this from Thailand, didn't we? In the sense that, you know, they're not afraid to go out and try and kill the game off in the first leg.
This is exactly what they did against Vietnam.
That's exactly where I was going with that, Chez.
And ironically, this is what Indonesia did with Singapore in the early stages of that second leg in particular. They love Indonesia themselves to go up with quick, brisk start. Look at that. The Thai fans will be absolutely delighted with that. Clearance away by Kritsada, has been one of the stand-up performers in this competition. Irfan with that touch on. Here's Chanatip. Look at that, the pirouette from him. We were not quite at the same tournament, were we, in 2018? We didn't have the joy of watching Chanatip, did we? And this is what we're missing.